Hello students, my name is Lohit. I am master teacher here at Vedantu Olympiad School and I am back with the second session of PRMO flashback in which we are doing the previous year questions in each session. Okay, so we are doing three questions in each session. So this is the second session. We have already done first three questions of 2017 PRMO exam. Okay, so today we are going to go ahead with the next three questions. Okay, so are you ready for the next three questions? All right. So I'll ask you to keep your pens and copies ready. Okay. And do try to solve them also yourself side by side, right? Okay. So let's start off with our fourth question. That is the first question of the today's session. Okay. So that is the fourth question of PRMO 2017. All right. So this is the question here, guys. क्या बोला जा रहा है उसमें? So read the question carefully first. So let A and B be integers first of all. Okay, you should mark this down that A and B are integers, okay, because it will come in handy. You would need that information, okay. So always read the question very carefully, okay, such that all the roots of the equation that is given here, all right, equal to 0 are negative integers. So the roots should be integers, even also should be negative also, okay. So then for these conditions we have to find the smallest possible value of A plus B. Alright, so जो अपना expression है, it has been already divided into two quadratics, right? It is a product of two quadratics. So each of the two quadratics must have two negative integer roots, right? So many things are there. So let's see one by one. So let's consider first quadratic first. Okay, x square plus ax plus 20 equal to 0. So guys, we have to think about two things. One thing, that the roots should be negative, okay, and the second thing is that they should be integers also, right? So first of all, for negative, I need what we know is the vertex of this parabola, okay, the sum of the roots, okay, which is minus a by 1, okay, should be negative, right? Because अगर दोनों roots negative है so the sum should be negative, right? So minus a less than 0, it means a greater than 0, right, upon taking it to the other side. So that is the first condition that we get, that a has to be a positive integer now. Okay, now coming to the next thing, if the roots have to be integer also, then the discriminant, okay, the d here is a square minus 4 into 20, right? The discriminant generally for a quadratic is b square minus 4ac for a general quadratic, which will come out to be a square minus 4 into 20. So why I'm writing d discriminant here? So because the roots, when you write those expressions, I'll write it here. General expression for root is minus b plus minus root d by 2a, right? For this to be an integer, the d should be a perfect square, है ना? तो वहां से अपने पास एक condition आएगी. So let's try it out. So see, you have to calculate the minimum possible values of a plus b. So I would try to make a minimum and b also as minimum value. Okay, so a square minus 80 should be positive also and should be a perfect whole square, right? So what is the minimum value of a that I can put in this expression so that it is a perfect whole square again? And this thing is very much easy, right? So the nearest square to value 80, so that the difference is also a perfect square, you can see it directly, you know. I think you can do it very easily also. So a should be 9, right? Because 9 square is 81. 81 minus 80 is 1, which is the smallest integer. So we have directly found the smallest value of a here, right? Okay. So this was our first part of the question. Now coming to the second part, taking the second quadratic, that is x square plus 17x plus b equal to 0. So in this case also, the sum of the roots must be negative. That is already negative, right? Because minus 17 upon 1, it is already negative. So that is taken care of. So the second part, again, the value of d, which is 17 square minus 4b here. It should also be a perfect square, right? So in this case, आप एक बात सोचो, we have to subtract something from 17 square, that is 289, right? Minus 4b, which should be a perfect square. So I have to put a minimum value of b, right? So the perfect square, that m value must be less than 17, right? So let's check it. So if I'm putting m is equal to 16, right? Let's check it out by putting the values only, right? So if b has to be minimum, then m has to be the maximum value, right? Let's check it out. So let's decrease from 17 itself, okay? So if m is 16, you will see 289 minus 4b is equal to 256. So you will get 4b is equal to how much? 33. So then b will not be an integer, right? So this is not what we want. So then let's check for m is equal to 15. Let's check. 289 minus 4b is equal to 225. Yes. So we are getting 4b is equal to 64. So we get the value of b as 16, right? So this is the minimum value of b, for which 289 minus 4b is a perfect square, right? So we have found both minimum values of a and b. So the minimum value of a plus b would be 9 plus 16, that is 25. So this is our final answer. Okay, I hope आपको समझ में आई है. Okay, so it is very easy. अगर आप उसको ध्यान से देखोगे तो it is only using the concepts of quadratic equations plus number theory, right? A little bit of both. All right. तो समझ में आया सबको? I hope सबको समझ में आया. तो let's go on to the next one. ठीक है? All right. Okay, here it comes, the next one. So let's see the next one. Okay, this is the fifth question of actual 2017 pre-RMO exam. All right. So let's see this one. This is again a very easy question. It is dealing with geometric progressions. Okay, as you can see here. So what is it that is given in this? So let u, v, and w be real numbers in geometric progression such that u is greater than v is greater than w, right? So basically, क्या है? It is a decreasing GP, right? So R must be lesser than 1, right? So going forward, let's see. So U power 40 is equal to V power n equal to W power 60. That is what we know. And we know need to find the values of n. So it is very easy. So एक काम करते हैं. Let's see. These three numbers are in geometric progression, right? So let's say first term is U. Then V can be written as U times R, common ratio, right? And W can be written as U times R square, right? Because it is the general terms of a GP. First term being U, then the next term will be multiplied by a common ratio, and the next will be further multiplied by a common ratio, right? So we have got all the values in the terms of U and R only, है ना? अपना क्वेश्चन में सिर्फ दो वेरिएबल्स बच गए हैं. So with this, I have reduced my number of variables to 2 now. Okay. So let's see. Now just use the first condition. So U power 40 equal to W power 60, because in this the numbers are all given, right? So U power 40 is equal to W is U R square power 60. So from this what will happen? U power 40 is equal to U power 60 into R power 120. So as you can see, U power 40 will cancel out. The power will be left with 20, right? So we are left with U power 20 into R power 120 is equal to 1. Or you can say, okay, taking both sides, let's say I do 1 by raised to power 1 by 20 also, right? That is also fine. So I'll get U into R power 6 is equal to 1. Okay, right? So coming to the next part, now we need to find the value of n, right? So similarly, U power 40 is equal to V is U into R whole power n, right? So now just replace the value of R in this case, right? Or you can replace U also. It's your choice. Okay. So let's put the value of U here. What is the value of U? It is 1 upon. Okay. Actually, you can use this one also again. It's your choice. Okay. So U 1 upon R power 6. Okay. Let's use this one. Okay. I'll show you how. So U power 20 is equal to 1 upon R power 120. Okay. So let's put it in this case. It will get U power 40 will be 1 upon R power 240 is equal to, so U into R, let's replace it here also, this one. So U is 1 upon R power 6 into R whole power n, right? So you can see here the power of r that is left is 5 here. So this is equal to 1 upon r power 5n. Now you can just equate the powers, है ना? Very simple now. 5n will become equal to 240 here, right? Because in both sides numerator is the same, so the powers 5n should be equal to 240. So from this we get the value of n as 48, right? 240 upon 5. So that is how easy it is. सिर्फ आपको condition पता होनी चाहिए. You just need to know the basic conditions for GP, है ना? तो बहुत easy है. तो एक काम करते हैं. I hope you understood this one also. Okay. So we have already down 2 questions. तो एक और क्वेश्चन बचा आज के लिए. Okay, so you can see here we have already done 5 questions since the previous session, right? And I hope आपको समझ में आ रहा होगा. So Maths Olympiad is not about knowing so many different things. Okay, see, need to know some different concepts, but yes, it is not like that you need to know the syllabus of +1 or +2. Okay, the syllabus that is generally will be used in pre-RMO or Maths Olympiad is up to class 10th only. But yes, a little bit higher level of that maths itself. Okay, तो कुछ भी ऐसा नहीं है that you cannot do that there. Okay, तो आपको बस एक काम करना है, that you have to understand each and every concept very deeply. That's it, and practice a lot of questions. Okay, so that you can understand. Okay, you will feel like कि आपके mind में numbers घूम रहे हैं. You will get a feel of those numbers, right? Which will help you a lot. So you can see here the answer is 48, right? So let's go on to the last one. So this question is also based on the sequence sum of a series, and it is a very important method which is very commonly used. We'll use telescopic sum concept in this question. Okay, what is telescopic sum? In which the terms are formed like plus minus plus minus. Okay, so some terms cancel out in that. Okay, I'll show you through this example. Don't worry, बहुत easy है. So let's start. Okay, so sigma here means the summation, right? We have to add those terms up after putting n equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n, right? So let's put this expression as s is equal to sigma of n equal to 1 to n equal to 9. Okay, so let's do one thing. See this thing, n into n plus 1 into n plus 2. The concept works, how it works is, you subtract because the denominator में क्या है, terms are in increasing order, you subtract the initial term, the n, from n plus 2, you will get a constant, है ना? So the expression is not really changing, it is just getting multiplied by a constant, right? So see this thing, what I do here is n equal to 1 to n equal to 9, so n plus 2 minus n. So you can see here it will be getting a value of 2 in the numerator, right? So what you do is we also multiply by half to neutralize it. So n into n plus 1 into n plus 2. Alright. So now it is very easy now. So just let's split the expression, right? So taking half outside, you will see here the term can be written as n equal to 1 from n equal to 9, 1 to 9. So if you split this term, you will get 1 upon n into n plus 1, because n plus 2 will get cancelled, minus the second term n will get cancelled and you will get 1 upon n plus 1 into n plus 2. Alright, so this is the term. So we've done the most important part of this question. Now it becomes very easy. Let's see it. Let's start putting the values. Okay, so let's put n equal to 1. The first term will be 1 upon 1 into 2 minus 1 upon 2 into 3 plus, now putting 2 here, 1 upon 2 into 3 minus 1 upon 3 into 4, right? And so on. What will be the last term? Putting 9, 1 upon 9 into 10 minus 1 upon 10 into 11, right? So I think you can see the pattern here. See, जब आप n को n plus 1 डालते हो, you get the second part of the term, right? So that is why when you are putting n equal to 1 in the first term and putting n equal to 2 in the second term, so first part of the second term cancels with the second part of the first term. Okay, so as you can see, this term cancels with this will cancel with the term after this, and so on. So this term will be getting cancelled with the term before this, right? So now You're only left with two terms only. So 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2 minus 1 upon 110, the last term. Okay, so now just take the LCM and you are done this. You are done with this question more or less, because the final answer in the form of P by Q. So let's see this LCM, taking the LCM, 110. So 55 minus 1, this is you get 54.2 into 110. So let's cancel it out. So 2 will cancel it for 27, right? So it will not cancel any further, I think. Yes. So this is 27 upon 110, which should be of the form P by Q, right? So this is of the form P by Q. And we need to find Q minus P. है ना? So you can compare it with Q is 110 minus P is 27. So which comes out to be how much? देखो अब बताओगे? Yes, 83. So the answer of this series is 27 by 110, and according to that the value should be Q minus P should be 83. Okay, so let's confirm this form of addition, right? Because the terms of the sum are in plus and minus form, right? They are getting cancelled symmetrically. Okay, cyclically they are getting cancelled when I'm increasing the values of n. So this method is called telescopic method, which I already told you right before this. Okay, so this is the last question for the day. So the answer is 83. Okay, all right guys, so we are done with these three questions today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I very much hope that you understood all of these questions. Okay, okay, अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आया in the first time, no problem, because these are some concepts which you need to know, right? So you can read some of its theory and again try to understand. I'm sure you will be able to understand it very easily. Okay, other than that, you can enroll in our pre-RMO courses. You'll get to learn very new things for pre-RMO. Okay, all right, so thank you guys. That is all for today's session, and I hope you liked it, and you will come back for the third session in which we will cover the next three questions of the previous year Olympiad paper, right? So I hope very much hope you enjoyed it. All the best. Keep working. We'll meet you in the next session. Okay. Bye bye.